Hey everybody, in this video we're going to talk about geometric sequences. So geometric sequences are very similar in the way that we solve them like arithmetic sequences. However, the major difference is being geometric, these are going to be of the exponential variety. So with this, we obviously have our formula just like we had with arithmetic, except our formula now is a sub 1 times our ratio to the n minus 1 power. So obviously, as stated, the a sub 1 equals my first term, so that's very similar to the arithmetic. And then we have our ratio or rate, depending on whoever's teaching. And your ratio, in my opinion, the rate, the easiest way to find it is simply taking your second term and dividing it by your first. Lastly, our n is whatever number we are looking for. So if I'm looking for the 8th term or the 9th term, that's obviously what we're plugging in for n. Now, bear in mind, these are exponential functions. They are going to either grow or they are going to decay very quickly. So with that being said, let's jump straight into our first example and see what we have. So number 1 says, write a general formula for the following geometric sequence. Then find the 8th term. So we know that our general formula is a sub n equals a sub 1 times our rate to the n minus 1. Well, just plugging stuff in as quickly as we can. My first term is definitely negative 1 times my rate. Well, we find our rate by taking our second term, dividing it by our first term, and that gives us our rate. So I have negative 1 times 3 to the n minus 1 power. Now, the question asks us to find our 8th term, so I am simply going to use my general formula and say a sub 8, or my 8th term, will equal negative 1 times 3 raised to the 8 minus 1 power. And so when we plug this in to our calculator, we are getting negative, well, let me do this. We are getting that a sub 8, our 8th term, equals negative 2,187. And so as I said, these grow very fast. So just 8 terms, we're in the thousands, right? So not too terrible, very easy. Let's look at another one. Excuse me. So in this problem, they want us to write a general formula for the following geometric sequence and then find the 9th term. Well, in this particular video, what I'm going to do is I have a sub n, a sub 1 times the ratio to the n minus 1 power. Now, again, just filling everything in, we have our first term. So I have a sub n equals 2 times, now we need to find our rate, which is our second term divided by our first. So I have 1/2 divided by 2, and that gives us 1/4, or 0.25. Doesn't matter what you use to plug into the formula. Since my numbers are fractions, I'll keep my rate as a fraction, to the n minus 1 power. That is my general formula. So now I'm going to find the 9th term. So a sub 9 equals 2 times 1/4 raised to the 9 minus 1. So plugging this into our calculator, we get a very small number to where my calculator won't even give it out. So we have 0.0000305. I think that's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So obviously very small numbers here. Sometimes your calculator will give it as a fraction. If you have to give it as a decimal, that is fine. So again, I hope this video helped you understand geometric sequences. Be sure to check out the video for arithmetic. I hope this helps. We'll see you next time.